Rodrigo, thank you so much for your time. How's it being here at the festival? I heard it's your first time.
This is my first time in this festival. I've been to Santa Barbara, but not to the festival, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, one of my favorite films you did is Amores Perros. I think my dad showed it to me at too much of a young age, but I just remember being just flabbergasted by the visceral scenes that you showed. And Killers of the Flower Moon has similar things. Tell me about working on that project.
Yeah, Amores Perros. That was a few years ago, 1999. And right after shooting that film is when we moved here to California. So yeah, now I'm here. Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, every movie has something similar, but at the same time very different. And I don't feel I have like they say, a signature style. So perhaps there are things that I carry through. But for example, Killers of the Flower Moon, there's no handheld, for example, at all. But one thing that I do strive for from way back, Amores Perros and before, is a sense of authenticity, of naturalism, but at the same time, of subjectivity. So I try to balance these two things where the images feel like you're there, even in Barbie, you know, where you, okay, yeah, you're in Barbie land, right? And it's authentic and it's real. But there's something about the way it feels that has to do with the character. So that's something that I carry through on all my movies. At least I try to.
Yeah, it's something amazing being able to pivot like that, because you're talking about two different genres in Killers of the Flower Moon and Barbie. How do you prepare? What's the first things you do when you're looking at a project?
Well, the first thing I try to read the script not as a cinematographer, but as an audience member, you know, just to understand the story, understand the characters, and more importantly, how it feels. And from those emotions that come up in me, I then discuss with the director, okay, so this is what I'm feeling, what is your intention, you know, and then after that, I start thinking of the design. Inevitably, I think in images, so inevitably I'm imagining things, but I try not to think of shots or specific things until I can talk to the director and then start, you know, bringing up references and that sort of thing.
Can you tell me a little bit about that transition that you were talking about earlier from Mexican cinema to American cinema, and how that was for you? Because we're seeing a growing population of Latinos behind the cameras who are doing a whole lot more, and it's really exciting to see.
Yeah, well, you know, for me, I think I never really thought, okay, now I'm in Hollywood. I'm going to make things different. I'm going to do things like they do them here. How do you make movies in Hollywood? Now I'm going to do that. For me, it was just, okay, this is what I do. And if you're hiring me, of course, I'm always learning. You know, I'm not going to say I'm going to do exactly what I did in Mexico for Amores Perros. No. But I approach things in a way that's mine and is the way I understand it. So that's what I bring. And it's worked, you know, it doesn't feel that different. You know, people think like, okay, now you have all the resources. That's not quite accurate. There's always limitations. There's always, no matter what, the projects are always more ambitious than the money. So anyway, you just do your best and bring forth your soul into your projects.
Rodrigo, thank you so much for your time. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure. Thank you.